of the Spurs, and that looks like a gold right there. And then we're going to have 2 rated rookies. We have Tyrese Halliburton and Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs going to Mark, and Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings going to Ben. Alrighty. And now we are on to our next pack right here. Let's hope we can pull one of those rated rookie autos, the clearly rated rookie autos in our second box of this break. We have Zach LaVine of the Bulls, Trae Young of the Atlanta Falcons, and we're going to have a Jason Tatum, and that is a throwback Jason Tatum rated rookie right there from the Boston Celtics, and that is going to Jordan. Following that up, we have Devin Vassell of the Spurs and Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings. Devin Vassell of the Spurs going to Mark, and Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings going to Ben. On to our 6th pack of this break, the second pack in the second box. We have Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns, followed by De'Aaron Fox of the Kings. And then we're going to have the Brandon Ingram, clearly Donruss gold right there of the New Orleans Pelicans, right to wrap up those vets. And to follow that up, we are going to have a Tre Jones of the San Antonio Spurs. Tre Jones of the Spurs going to Mark, followed up by a Precious Achiuwa rated rookie of the Miami Heat, and that is going to be going to Cynthia. 2 packs left in this break. This is our 7th pack. We have Paul George and Brandon Ingram to get started with that pack. And then we're going to have a rookie right here. And the first one is going to be Nathan Knight of the Atlanta Hawks. And that is going to Will. And then we're going to have a... There we go. Big hitter. That is 44 out of 49. The Precious Achiuwa rated rookie. Oh, no, 44 out of 99. My mistake. Read that number wrong. And I was like, wait, that's not red. And then our last rookie in this pack is going to be Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics, and that's going to Jordan. And on to the last pack here. Karl Anthony Towns of the Timberwolves. Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors. We're going to have the purple Isaiah Joe of the 76ers going to Joey G, followed up by a RJ Hampton rated rookie of the Orlando Magic. RJ Hampton of the Magic going to Mark. And then our last card in this break is going to be Josh Green of the Dallas Mavericks. And that is going to be going to Lilibeth. Alrighty, let's run down these rookies, why don't we? We have Josh Green of the Mavericks, RJ Hampton of the Orlando Magic, the purple Isaiah Joe of the 76ers, Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics, Nathan Knight of the Hawks, followed by Precious Achiuwa of the Miami Heat. Then we have Tre Jones of the San Antonio Spurs, followed by Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings. Devin Vassell of the Spurs, another Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings, followed by another Devin Vassell of the Spurs. Then we have Obi Toppin of the New York Knicks, followed by Lamar Stevens of the Cavaliers, a gold Isaiah Joe to go with that purple, followed up by a Theo Maledon of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns, a purple Nico Mannion of the Golden State Warriors, and then Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies to wrap up those rooks. And now on to our featured cards. First, we'll highlight our 2 inserts. We have the Jason Tatum throwback RC of the Boston Celtics going to Jordan, and the zero gravity Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Ben. And next up, we have an Anthony Edwards rated rookie and Precious Achiuwa 44 out of 99 to wrap up this break. Precious Achiuwa of the Miami Heat going to Cynthia, and Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Ben. And there we have it, folks. We will be right back from BT Field with our first giveaway. That is the end of break 1033. We're back with some Chronicles draft picks, but first we're going to do our first giveaway. And you know what? I'm feeling generous, so we're going to pour this new Sage 2021 Premier Draft High Number Series right into our giveaway bin. That means everyone's going to get an auto in a giveaway if they pull a Sage. They may not be all good autos, but you're going to get some autos right there. Definitely pretty autos for sure. Alrighty. John, are you ready for our first show giveaway keyword? Awesome. And folks, this is a continuation of our keywords from yesterday. And the keyword is nuclear. Good evening, Haley. The keyword's not in the chat yet. There we go. The keyword's in the chat. Type nuclear. You have 1 minute. Chernobyl, incorrect. Drunk history, incorrect. Futurama, incorrect. And folks, make sure to type nuclear in the chat. All right, and while show giveaway guessing has ended, I want to open one of these, so we are going to run the giveaway on nuclear. We'll give you, John, start the countdown. You have 10 seconds to type nuclear in the chat.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Oh, that's weird.
One second, Nightbot's giving John some trouble.
There we go. T-Man.
T-Man has won the giveaway. All right, let's see what T-Man's got out of this 2021 Premier Draft. And you know what, folks? We have Premier Draft on sale for personals right now. I think a better price than anywhere else in the market. All right, I've got to pull up my old list of rookies. Kylan Granson, no idea who that is. But then we have a Zach Wilson of the New York Jets. A Jalen Waddle next level. Jalen Waddle next level right there. And then boom, that's a solid auto right there. A little Ian Book Ian Book of the New Orleans Saints, not numbered right there, but it is an Ian Book auto of the Saints. Then we have Blake Prohl, not quite sure where he's of the Minnesota Vikings, Corey Taylor, and then Corey Dauphine. Alrighty, there we go. And, you know, every one of those personals has 16 packs. Each pack has an auto in it. And we are rocking and rolling right here. We've got a Chronicles draft picks. Let's rock with it. This is break 1074, the 2021 Chronicles draft picks one box pick your team. And we're still running a little deal on our Revolution Basketball and 2021 Chronicles draft picks using the code SUMMER722. Ooh, this feels like a thick pack right off the get-go. And remember, folks, with Chronicles, we only run down our featured rookies, like our first round draft picks. That's Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills going to Cynthia, followed by Demetric Felton of the Cleveland Browns going to T-Man, followed up by Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals, and that is going to Anthony. Next up, we have a Mac Diddley Jones XR edition of the New England Patriots going to Shane. Shane, welcome to BreakTraders. Nice hit there in your first break with us. Then we have Travis Etienne of the Jaguars going to Sean. And next up, Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane. And another Mac Jones going to Shane as well. And let's see what this thick boy is. Let's see what this thick card is right off the bat. And that is going to be a full coverage Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. And that is going to be going to Sean. Not bad right there. We have Javian Hawkins of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian, followed up by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. And that is going to Jake. Then we have a Jamar Chase Prestige edition of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Sean. And we have a filler card right there. And right after the filler, it is Justin Fields. Justin Fields with the silver recon of the Chicago Bears going to Drew. Then we have Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Los Angeles Rams going to Chance in their first break. And remember, folks, if it's your first time with BreakTraders, you can use promo code NEWBT for 20% off your first purchase at BreakTraders.com. Then we have Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills going to Cynthia, and Trey Sermon of the San Francisco 49ers going to Doug. And it looks like we have an auto right here, and it is going to be Darren Hall. Darren Hall of the Atlanta Falcons, and that is going to Brian. And we're on to our third pack in this break. We have a Zach Wilson, the base Chronicles of the Jets going to Shane, followed by a Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. Then we have another Zach Wilson going to Shane of the New York Jets right there, followed up by Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals, and then a Zach Wilson XR edition of the New York Jets going to Shane, followed by Devonta Smith of the Alabama Crimson Tide and now the Philadelphia Eagles going to Shane. Then Chris Evans from the University of Michigan, now a member of the Cincinnati Bengals, going to Sean. And Jamar Chase, another Cincinnati Bengal right there. And we're on to our fourth pack, so we're just over halfway through this break. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers going to Jake, followed up by Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane. Kyle Pitts again of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. We have our filler Pat card in there, and then after that it is Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans, and that is going to June. And then Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos, that's going to Chance, followed by another Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane, and a purple Najee Harris, and that is going to be 42 out of 49 of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Shane. Thanks, T-Man. That Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Doug, followed by Chris Evans of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Sean. And then we have a red Trey Lance, and that is going to be out of 149 of the San Francisco 49ers going to Doug. Not a bad hit in their first break with BreakTraders. Then it's Chubba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers going to Jake, and Javian Hawkins of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. And then our auto is going to be Simi Fioco of the Dallas Cowboys going to Thomas. And we're on to our last pack in this one. Shane, awesome. Thank you for joining us. We have Dylan Moses of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Sean, followed by Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens. Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens going to Chance in their first break with us here at BreakTraders. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane. Another numbered Najee Harris card, this one out of 99 of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Shane right there. Then we have a filler card followed by the big hitter. That is Trevor Lawrence Illusions of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Sean. Then we have a Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos. That's going to be going to Chance. Nico Collins of the Cincinnati Bengals. And then another Trevor Lawrence, and this one the rated rookie style. Shane, we did pull some nice ones for you, and you will see that in our rookie rundown right here. Haley, glad to hear that. I'm glad those got there super fast, too. We have Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars, both the rated rookie and the Illusions edition, and those are going to Sean. Then we have a Najee Harris out of 99 of the Steelers going to Shane. Shane in his first break with BreakTraders. Zach Wilson of the Jets going to Shane. Then a Trey Lance of the 49ers, and this one out of 149, and that is going to be going to Doug. Followed up by a Trey Lance Chronicles base edition. Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants going to Chance. Another Zach Wilson of the Jets. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. Another Zach Wilson of the Jets. And then we have Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Sean. Followed by Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Shane. Then we have Zach Wilson of the Jets. Followed by Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals. Zach Wilson again of the Jets, Kyle Pitts of the Falcons, the Zach Wilson Base Chronicles, followed by a Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills going to Cynthia, Justin Fields Recon of the Chicago Bears going to Drew, followed up by Jamar Chase of the Bengals, Gregory Rousseau of the Bills, a Mac Jones of the New England Patriots going to Shane, Zach Wilson of the Jets, Travis Etienne of the Jags going to Sean, and Mac Jones again to Shane. And now on to our featured cards. First, we'll go through these autos. We have Siki Fiku of the Dallas Cowboys going to Thomas. Darren Hall of the Atlanta Falcons going to Brian. And Wap Filer of the Minnesota Vikings going to Todd. And then our two biggest hits of this one are going to be the Najee Harris out of 49 and the Jamar Chase full coverage. That Najee Harris going to Shane. And that's full coverage Jamar Chase of the Bengals going to Sean right there. And that is the end of break 1074. We will be right back with a from BT Park with a keyword giveaway. Alrighty, the next keyword is going to be smart. John will drop that in the chat and we will be good to go. No correct guesses yet. The Simpsons. Haley's got it. Haley's got it. Let's see what we've got for her. And that's going to be a Father's Day Panini pack right there. Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal and Steph Curry of the Warriors. There we go. The Father's Day pack for Haley. All right, folks, there's one spot left in the Revolution Basketball one box Pick Your Team. You can get 20% off that spot using the promo code SUMMER722. There's also this break I would love to see filled. This is Haley's break. And code for 20% off is HXR20. And we've pulled some great hits from XR Football, so I would love to see that rock and roll. Alrighty, here we go. This is break 1075, the absolute baseball break. A lot of newbies in this break today. We have Yu Darvish of the Padres, Justin Verlander of Houston, Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Angels, Yeimer Candelario of the Tigers, Billy Martin of the New York Yankees, Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves, and a Icons Babe Ruth of the Yankees right there. And let's see what we've got. First, we've got our numbered Mike Yastrzemski of the San Francisco Giants going to Timothy. Timothy, welcome to BreakTraders. And we're going to follow that up with a Edwin Rios. That is 2 out of 25 of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tools of the trade right there. And that is going to Kevin. Kevin, congratulations right there. That's a pretty card. And now we're on to our next one, and this is going to be out of 35. It is Dave Dunning of the Texas Rangers going to Michael. Nice hit right there. Love these absolute baseball breaks for sure. Get some solid cards out of them. And now on to our next pack right here. Hyun-Jin Ryu of the Blue Jays, Joey Gallo of the Rangers, Rafael Devers of the Boston Red Sox, Ed Roosh of the Cincinnati Reds, Aaron Judge of the Yankees, Mookie Betts of the Dodgers, followed by a prospects, Jared Kelenic of the Seattle Mariners going to Jan. And then we're going to have a numbered card, and it is going to be a Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield out of 199 of the Kansas City Royals right there. And following that up with a Jackie Bradley Jr., and that is out of 99, 10 out of 99 of the Boston Red Sox going to Richard. And then our last card in this break is going to be a Jesus Sanchez, and that is going to be out of 50. Out of 50 of the Miami Marlins with that on-bat auto, and that is going to be going to Michael. Alrighty. First, we only have the one rookie, the prospects, Jared Kelenic of the Mariners, and that is going to Jan. And now on to these featured cards. We have Mike Yastrzemski out of 99 of the San Francisco Giants going to Timothy. Followed by the out of 99 Jackie Bradley Jr. of the Boston Red Sox. The out of 50, Jesus Sanchez on card auto of the Miami Marlins, and that is going to Michael. That prior card, the Jackie Bradley Jr., was going to Richard. The out of 35, Dane Dunning of the Texas Rangers, going to Michael. And then our last one in this break is the out of 25, Edwin Rios of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that is going to Kevin. Let's get the boom booms right there. Roxy is not in the house tonight. We have Tucker Max. Tucker Max, I will try to get him on screen. That's a little harder. He's a big boy. And with that, that is the end of break 1075. We will be right back from the field, BT Field, in 5 minutes. All right, we are back and ready to rock and roll with break 1076. But first, we must do action off two teams. And the first team is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. The bidding is going to start at $5 and it can go up in increments of $1. 5 from Kenneth, 6 from T-Man. Do we have 7? Do we have 7? You know, you could get a sick Jamar Chase auto out of here. You get that Jamar Chase pen pals, and you could be rocking and rolling. Let's take a look at what those are running for. 7 from Kenneth. Jamar Chase pen pals, blue ink looking like right around $100. That purple ink over 200. 8 from Cynthia. 8 from Cynthia. Do we have 9? Do we have 9? Alrighty. We are going to start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. Y'all know what to do. Get your bids in. $11 from Cynthia. Hoo-wee! Alrighty. So we had 11 from Cynthia with just over 2 seconds remaining, and then we got T-Man right in there with 1 second left, and then Mark after him. So there we have it, T-Man with the victory. T-Man, you can either send it to the link in the chat or hold off for this next break. And we're going to have the Detroit Lions starting at $5 in increments of $1. $8 from Cynthia. 8 from Cynthia. We have 5 from Kenneth. All right, we will start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. All right, the countdown is complete right there, and it's going to be Cynthia. Cynthia, you know what to do. We will be right back as we wait to as we get those payments. All right, we are back and we are just about ready to kick this off. We'll get those teams loaded. Sorry about that quick break. I saw my grandma came up on my phone, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm usually the one calling her, not her calling me. So I just needed to make sure everything was all right there. Alrighty, here we go. This is break 1076, the Donruss Elite One Box Pick Your Team. We have David Montgomery of the Bears, Keenan Allen of the Chargers, followed by a Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins going to Michael. Then we have Russell Wilson of the Seahawks and CD Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys. Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers, Quinnen Williams of the New York Jets, a rookie elitist Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Jake, followed by Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers and Daniel Jones of the New York Giants. Myles Garrett of the Browns, Justin Herbert of the Chargers, followed by a full throttle Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs going to Jared, followed up by DeAndre Hopkins of the Cardinals and Matt Stafford of the Rams. Looks like we have a thick one in here. What do we think? Are we going to get a memorabilia? We have Matt Ryan of the Falcons, a rookie on deck, Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Michael, Tom Brady of the Buccaneers, and Von Miller of the Broncos. And then our memorabilia is going to be a Spark Plugs, Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings, and that's going to Haley. Folks, let's fill that XR break. It's the Haley break. And we get some great stuff out of it. Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, Tyler Heineke of the Washington Football Team. We have a Quinnen Williams out of 49 for the New York Jets, and that is going to Paul right there. Followed up by Julian Edelman of the Eagles and DJ Moore of the Panthers. Brandon Cooks of the Texans, Nick Bosa of the Giants, George Kittle out of $8.99 of the 49ers right there going to Josh. Followed up by Josh Jacobs of the Raiders and Hollywood Brown of the Ravens. Khalil Mack of the Bears. Looks like we have an auto coming up here real quickly. Followed by the Ascension Tampa Bay of the Buccaneers. Zeke Elliott of the Cowboys. Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. And then we have an auto, and it is going to be a turn of the century. Larry Roundtree III of the Los Angeles Chargers out of 149, and that is going to Aaron. Next up, we have Joey Bosa of the Chargers, Calvin Ridley of the Falcons, the Josh Jacobs of the Donruss Elite. Josh Jacobs, the 2001 throwback Donruss Elite right there. Aaron Donald of the Rams, and Devin White of the Buccaneers. We have Delvin Cook of the Vikings, Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans, an Elite deck, Christian McCaffrey of the Carolina Panthers going to Cynthia, followed up by John Elway of the Broncos and Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots. Jared Goff of the Lions, George Kittle of the 49ers, a Luke Kuechly out of 99 of the Carolina Panthers going to Cynthia, followed up by Teddy Bridgewater of the Panthers and Henry Ruggs of the Raiders. We have Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Mike Gesicki of the Dolphins. We have a Mac Diddley-Jones out of 399 of the Patriots going to Kenneth, followed by Terry Bradshaw of the Steelers and Mark Brunell of the Jaguars. Kyler Murray of the Cardinals. Looks like we're going to have a pen pal coming up, followed by a Jamar Chase rookie on deck. Jamar Chase rookie on deck of the Cincinnati Bengals going to T-Man, followed up by Jalen Hurts of the Eagles and DJ Chark of the Jaguars. And here we go. It is a Dwayne Eskridge pen pals of the Seattle Seahawks, and that is going to be going to Joshua. Joshua joining us for their first time. Thank you for joining us on today's break. And remember, if you're new here, 20% off your first order with promo code NEWBT. Randy Moss of the Vikings, Ryan Tannehill of the Titans. We have a Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Paul, followed by Rob Gronkowski of the Bucks and Drew Lock of the Broncos. Next up, we have DeAndre Swift of the Lions, Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers, the 2001 throwback of Chubba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers going to Cynthia. We have Tua of the Dolphins and Luke Kuechly of the Panthers. And you see Xavier Howard leaving the Dolphins. Very unhappy and wants to leave. And I got to say, if I was him, I wouldn't want to play Josh Allen twice a year either. I'd try to get out of Miami as well. T. Higgins of the Bengals, Michael Strahan of the Giants. Woo! It's a big-time hitter. The big-time hit with Trey Lance with that out of 24 die cut. Nice. That's a hot little card. Right now, I'm seeing the out of 24 going for $150, $160 online, and that is going to Joshua. Joshua, I hope after this one you come back and join us in some more breaks here at BT. Boom! Drew Brees of the Saints and Jerry Rice of the 49ers. I know, last week we went through like 35 mags. It was insane. Had to be like the most fire pulls in terms of volume of fire that we've ever done. We were pulling cards, Mahomes worth 1,500, like just crazy numbers. And then this week it's been pretty quiet. Devontae Adams of the Packers, Sam Darnold of the Panthers, an Ian Book out of 99 of the New Orleans Saints going to Shane in their first break with BreakTraders, first night with BreakTraders. Oh, yes, right, Haley. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts and TJ Watt of the Steelers. I've started figuring out how to get them in top loaders now, Haley. because, you know, giving a $5 mag or $6 mag every time to one of those die cuts worth $5 isn't really worth it. Peyton Manning to the Colts, DK Metcalf of the Seahawks, then a Benny Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Jake. Following that up with Justin Tucker of the Ravens and Juju Smith-Schuster of the Steelers. Definitely fire for you. 2 ones of ones. A nice little on-card. Wow, I'm blanking hard. Justin Fields, Baker Mayfield, Miles Sanders, an elite deck Tua. I love how early they're calling him elite. Some of these elite decks are really interesting choices. Dak Prescott of the Cowboys and Dan Marino of the Dolphins. Trey White of the Bills, Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs, a spellbound Randy Moss on a 99 of the Minnesota Vikings going to Haley, followed up by Josh Allen of the Bills and Alvin Kamara of the Saints. And on to our last pack right here. Chase Young of the Washington Football Team, Joe Namath of the Jets. And would it be a Donruss Elite if we didn't have a card we had to randomize? That's Jeremiah Wasso-Kamara of the Browns, Brett Favre of the Packers, and Darius Leonard of the Colts. So let's get right in and randomize this one. And that's going to be between the Browns, the Jets, the Cowboys, and the Vikings. And we are going to randomize that 8 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that is going to go to the Minnesota Vikings, which is Haley. All right, let's run down these rookies, why don't we? We have the Ian Book out of 99 of the Saints going to Shane. The Chuba Hubbard 2001 Donruss Elite version of the Panthers to Cynthia. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Paul. Mac Jones of the Patriots going to Kenneth. Followed up by Travis Etienne, rookie on deck. I meant to do that after. And a rookie elitist, Najee Harris of the Steelers. And now on to these featured cards. The rookie on deck, Travis Etienne, followed by the elite deck, Tua, a rookie on deck, Jamar Chase, and an elite deck, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey of the Panthers going to Cynthia, Jamar Chase of the Bengals to T-Man, and then we have Tua of the Dolphins headed to Michael, and Travis Etienne of the Jags going to Jared, or going to Michael, sorry, misspoke there. And then our memorabilia and autos. First, we have the Justin Jefferson Spark Plugs, followed by Larry Roundtree of the Chargers and Dwayne Eskridge of the Seahawks. Larry Roundtree going to Aaron, Justin Jefferson to Haley, and Dwayne Eskridge of the Seahawks, the Pen Pals edition, to Joshua. And then last but not least, boom, 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 it is Trey Lance out of 24. Trey Lance out of 24 right there. Not a bad hit to end break 1076. And we will be right back with 1078. Alrighty, we are right back and we are getting ready to rock and roll here. We're going to do our keyword giveaway for SMART. Type SMART in the chat. All right, John, can we get a countdown?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is John Perillo.
John Perillo with the win right there. Let's see what we are going to pull for John. Gotta get this mixed up a little bit. It's all not mixed. Alrighty, let's see what we've got here. It is going to be a Jake Fromm Elite Series rookie for John. Jake Fromm Elite Series rookie for John right there. Alrighty, and with that, you're ready, I'm ready. A lot of new people in here. Use promo code NEWBT if you're new for 20% off your first purchase. This is break 1078, the 2021 Chronicles Draft Box. Draft Picks 1 box. Pick your team. Alrighty, folks, we got to get moving on these breaks or we're going to be over early. 9 spots left in a Donruss Elite. Pick your team. 4 spots left in a Pick Your Division. 1 spot left in that Revolution Basketball 1 boxer. It looks like we have a thick boy in here. And what's it going to be? It's going to be a filler, but it looks like there's an auto underneath it. Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens going to Shane, followed by Terrace Marshall Jr. Of the Carolina Panthers, and that is going to Rupert. Followed by Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Josh. Our filler card in there. Then we have Dylan Moses of the Jaguars going to Thomas. Followed up by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers to Rupert. Followed up by Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Thomas. And Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals going to Brad. Yes, 17 left in Haley's break. And this auto is going to be a Damon Hazelton Jr. Damon Hazelton Jr. of the Houston Texans going to Adam right there. We have Kadarius Toney of the New York Jets going to Mr. CEO, followed by Kenneth Gainwell of the Philadelphia Eagles going to John. Then we have Javonte Williams of the Denver Broncos going to Adam, followed up by Chubba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers going to Rupert. A red Nico Collins XR, and that's going to be out of 149 of the Dallas Cowboys going to Christopher. A Elijah Moore of the New York Jets to Shane. And Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings going to Philip. And then our big hitter here is going to be a rookie patch auto. And that is out of 99. Out of 99 right there. Nice card right there for sure. Trying to see. That's a nice hitter. And that is going to be magged up right there. Magtastic. Hitting 2 Magtastic rookie QBs in the last 2 packs. Or last 2 breaks. We have a filler in there with no auto or memorabilia. We have Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars to Thomas. A Prestige Trey Lance of the 49ers to Josh. A Base Chronicles Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears going to Dodgers. And then we have a Trey Lance out of 99 of the San Francisco 49ers to Joshua. Following that bad boy up with Devonta Smith, the recon of the Philadelphia Eagles going to John. And then it is Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Thomas. Followed up by Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles to John as well. And then Mac Jones with the select edition of the Patriots going to Ricardo. 3 packs left. We're halfway through this break. Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Will, followed up by Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers, and that is going to be going to get it Rupert, followed by a Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers, and that is going to Joshua. Cynthia, if you purchase it, I'll just send me a message and I'll refund you because I can't fix it right at this moment. Sorry about that. The filler right there. Then we have Kylan Hill of the Green Bay Packers. Kylan Hill of the Green Bay Packers going to Christopher. Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to John. Followed by Dylan Moses of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Thomas, and Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants going to Mr. CEO. And then our auto is going to be Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Falcons going to Will. On to our next pack here. Just 2 packs left in this break. Oh, well, that is because I... All right, Summer 22 should be functioning now. That was my mistake right there. We have Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals to Brad. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers going to Rupert. Followed by Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane. Then we have Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers going to Rupert. Followed by Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Shane. Another Zach Wilson. This is just the Zach Wilson break going to Shane. And then we have a Devonta Smith, and that's going to be out of 49. The Spectre Devonta Smith out of 49 of the Philadelphia Eagles going to John. Nice hit right there. And then our memorabilia is going to be a Seth Williams. Seth Williams from Auburn and now a member of the Denver Broncos going to Adam. It is a Zach attack, T-Man. Alrighty, and we're on to our last pack right here. What a break we're having. Dylan Moses of the Jaguars going to Thomas. Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens to Shane. Another Zach Wilson of the Jets to Shane. Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Ricardo. Followed by Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts going to Shane right there. Then we have Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos, and that is going to be going to Adam, followed by Aziz Olahari of the New York Giants, and that is going to Mr. CEO. Shane, thank you for the kind words. And then here we go. Our next hit, it is a down and dirty Trey Lance. Down and dirty Trey Lance. Nice hit right there. Little $10 card right there. Alrighty, let's run these down. We have Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts, Kyle Trask of Tampa Bay, Zach Wilson of the Jets, Zach Wilson again of the Jets, Zach Wilson again of the Jets, and Zach Wilson again of the Jets, all going to Shane. Kadarius Toney of the Giants to Mr. CEO, Devonta Smith of the Eagles to John, Trey Lance of the 49ers to Josh, Kyle Pitts of Tampa Bay, Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons going to Will, Mac Jones of the Patriots to Ricardo, Devonta Smith of the Eagles to John, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars to Thomas, Devonta Smith of the Eagles to John, Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears going to Dodgers 7403, Trey Lance of the 49ers, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars to Thomas, Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings to Phil. And then we have Nico Collins out of 149 of the Houston Texans going to Adam, Kadarius Toney of the Giants, Mr. CEO, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars, and Trey Lance of the 49ers. And here we go, folks. Let's get into these featured cards. First, we have an out of 99 Trey Lance and an out of 49 Devonta Smith to get it rocking and rolling. Right there, that Devonta Smith of the Eagles to John, that Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Joshua. And then our lesser known autos, and memorabilia, we're gonna have Damon Hazelton Jr. of the Houston Texans going to Adam, Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos going to Adam, and Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Falcons to Will. And then our last two hits, we have the down and dirty Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Joshua, and then the out of 99 Zach Wilson. The out of 99 Zach Wilson rookie patch auto of the New York Jets going to Shane. And there we have it, folks. That is the end of break 1078, and we will be right back from BT Field. Alrighty, we are back and ready to rock with some absolute baseball. All filled, so here we go. This is break 1079, the absolute baseball one box. Pick your team. Alrighty. We have Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers going to Justin. JD Martinez of the Red Sox to T-Man. Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals going to Harry. Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles to T-Man. A rookie class, Joey Bart of the San Francisco Giants going to Cynthia. Followed up by a power, Gil Hodges of the Brooklyn Dodgers, now the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that is going to Kevin. Followed up by a who lives, who dies, who tells Trevor's story, out of 99 of the Colorado Rockies, going to Harry. And our next numbered is going to be a Max Scherzer out of 199 of the Washington Nationals, going to Shane. Followed up by a plates and patches, or a patches, Matt Barnes of the Boston Red Sox out of 25. 22 out of 25, and that is going to T-Man. Nice little hit right there. And the last one in this pack is going to be a Tools of the Trade, and that is out of 35. And that is Nate Pearson of the Toronto Blue Jays, also going to T-Man. And that is a rook right there. Alrighty, not a bad first pack for some baseball. Alrighty, we have Aaron Judge of the Yankees going to Francisco. Then we have Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers to Kevin. Yu Darvish of the Padres to Matt. Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros going to Harry. Shohei Ohtani of the Angels, and that is going to be going to Francisco. A rookie class, Haesung Kim of San Diego. And then holy hell, Harry Hood, you better get excited. Woo! It is a 1-of-1 Extreme Team Bryce Harper. 1-of-1 Extreme Team Bryce Harper. Nice hit right there. Woo! Nice hit right there for sure. We may be snaking. I'll be putting up some surveys here shortly. Now we'll drop a snake survey in the chat right now. Then we have a numbered, and that is Pete Alonso of the New York Yankees out of 99 going to Francisco. Followed up by a Tools of the Trade out of 99, Dylan Cease of the Chicago White Sox going to John. And then last but not least, we have a out of 49, TJ Zook of the Toronto Blue Jays. And that is going to T-Man. Alrighty, so before we get into these featured cards, we have two rookies. We have Haesung Kim and Joey Bart. Haesung Kim of the Padres going to Matt, and Joey Bart of the 49 San Francisco Giants going to Cynthia. And now on to our featured cards. First, we have 2 out of 99s. We have Pete Alonso and Trevor Story. Pete Alonso of the New York Yankees, And that is going to Francisco. And Trevor Story of the Colorado Rockies going to Harry. And then we have a Tools of the Trade, Dylan Cease of the Chicago White Sox. Dylan Cease of the Chicago White Sox going to John. A out of 49, TJ Zook of the Toronto... Oh, sorry, Alonzo of the Mets. My bad. Just make sure to double check that, John. The jersey looked like the Yankees, so that's why. Then we have a out of 35, Nate Pearson of the Toronto Blue Jays, also going to T-Man, followed by a Patches Matt Barnes of the Boston Red Sox, and that is out of 25, and that's going to T-Man. And who would have thought that when you have an out of 35 and an out of 25 and an out of 49 and an out of 99, that none of those are going to be the best card. And that's because we have the 1 of 1 Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies, and that is going to Harry. What a break that was. That is the end of 1079, and we will be right back from BT Field. Alrighty, folks, so we are back to start a keyword guess right now, a little keyword guess right here. And that keyword is going to be starting our next show guess giveaway. And you're going to have 1 minute to guess, and that is pool. And Haley's got it. Wow. I don't even know how. That is rough. All right, let's see what we've got for Haley. It's going to be a 21 Sage Premier Draft. Bruno LaBelle, followed by Antonio Nunn, the Javonte Williams right there, and then we have Otis Anderson Jr., followed by Richie Grant, Dax Milne, and Zaven Collins. There we go. Haley getting those ones out of this pack. And folks, with that, we will take a 3-minute break and be back with break number 1080, the Donruss Elite. Alrighty, we are back and ready to rock. And we are going to fire right into this one. Here we go. This is break 1080, the 2021 Donruss Elite One Box. Pick your team. And folks, remember the snake draft option went in the chat. Looks like we only have one response so far. Interested in a plates and patches one boxer, but we always like to run snakes to end the night, or even if it's just in the portion of the night in a slow period. We have Tyler Heineke of the Washington football team, a rookie on deck, Elijah Moore of the New York Jets. Rookie on deck, Elijah Moore of the Jets, followed by John Elway of the Broncos and Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots. And we have a memorabilia in that one, and that is a Moxie Aaron Rodgers. Moxie Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers going to Jared. That's a pretty card right there. And we're on to the next pack. I'd cut it before I realized that I had that memorabilia there. Brandon Cooks of the Houston Texans. Nick Bosa of the Giants. A nice low-numbered Jalen Waddle. That's out of 83 of the Miami Dolphins. Going to Matthew. Teddy Bridgewater of the Panthers and Henry Ruggs of the Raiders. I also like those Moxie cards. Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Joe Montana of the 49ers. We have Nick Chubb out of 399 of the Browns going to Stanley. Followed up by Terry Bradshaw of the Steelers and Mark Brunell of the Jaguars. We have Kelvin Ridley of the Falcons, and then boom, a turn of the century Javon McKinley auto of the Detroit Lions, and that is going to Jared. Following that up with the Ascension Baltimore Ravens, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, and DJ Chark of the Jaguars. We have Dalvin Cook of the Minnesota Vikings, Derrick Henry of the Titans, a 2001 throwback Von Miller of the Denver Broncos going to Aaron, followed up by Rob Gronkowski of the Buccaneers and Drew Lock of the Broncos. Jared Goff of the Lions, George Kittle of the 49ers, an elite deck, A.J. Brown of the Tennessee Titans going to Michael, followed up with Tua of the Dolphins and Luke Kuechly of the Panthers. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Mike Gesicki of the Dolphins. We have Trey Lance out of 399 of the 49ers going to Michael, followed up by Drew Brees of the Saints and Jerry Rice of the 49ers. Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers, Quinnen Williams of the Jets, a Davis Mills out of 399 of the Houston Texans going to Adam, followed by Jonathan Taylor of the Colts and TJ Watt of the Steelers. And folks, we've got more Donruss Elite breaks ready to be broken on the website. We also got some more Chronicles draft picks available as well. Nice, Shane. Glad to hear it. Myles Garrett of the Browns, Justin Herbert of the Chargers, an elite company, Najee Harris, that we are going to have to randomize here at the end. followed by Zeke Elliott of the Cowboys and Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Love being in Western New York. We're based right out of Rochester, Shane. Right out of Rochester, New York. Matt Ryan of the Falcons, Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, a spellbound Joe Montana of the 49ers going to Michael, followed up by Aaron Darnold of the Rams and Devin White of the Buccaneers. DeAndre Swift of the Lions, Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers, Julian Edelman of the New England Patriots to Jared right there. Followed up by Dak Prescott of the Cowboys and Dan Marino of the Dolphins. T. Higgins of the Bengals, Michael Strahan of the Giants, the 2001 Donruss Elite Gregory Rousseau of the Buffalo Bills, and that is going to Jared, Josh Allen of the Bills, and Alvin Kamara of the Saints. I saw that. Nice hit, Adam. Devontae Adams of the Packers, Sam Darnold of the 49ers, a aspirations out of 92 on Monra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions going to Jared. Followed up by Brett Favre of the Packers and Darius Leonard of the Colts. What was that grading service you used, Adam? That one was a diff. I'm really used to PSA and BGS. Khalil Mack of the Bears, Joey Bosa of the Chargers, Jalen Hurts out of 99, a nice lower number, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, followed by Russell Wilson of the Seahawks and CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys. HGA, isn't that a grocery store down in Texas? No, I'm just kidding, but there is one that starts with an H down there. Do you know what I'm talking about, John?
I do not. Sorry.
It's all good.
I've heard of IGA.
Baker Mayfield of the Cowboys, Miles Sanders of the Eagles. Then we have Chris Evans of the Cincinnati Bengals going to Michael, followed by James Robinson of the Jaguars and Brian Urlacher of the Bears. Yeah, maybe IGA was what I was thinking of, Haley. That's what John said over here as well. There's definitely a big grocer down in Texas that starts with an H. Tre'Davious White of the Bills, Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs, an elite deck, Stephon Diggs, probably the top receiver in the NFL right there. Nice card. Followed by Saquon of the Giants and Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals. Chase Young of the Washington football team, Joe Namath of the Jets, a spellbound Joe Montana out of 25 of the 49ers going to Michael. That's definitely the coolest one of those we've hit so far. Jalen Ramsey of the Rams and A.J. Brown of the Titans. All right, 3 packs left. 3 packs left right here. Let's see what we can pull. David Montgomery of the Bears, Keenan Allen of the Chargers, a rookie elitist Justin Fields of the Bears going to Haley, followed by Barry Sanders of the Lions and Tom Brady of the Patriots. It might be Harris Teeter. I don't know. I'll have to ask my fiance. Kyler Murray of the Cardinals and Randy Moss of the Minnesota Vikings, followed by Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens going to Will, followed up by Joe Mixon of the Bengals and Derek Carr of the Raiders. And last pack, and we should have another auto in here. And it definitely looks like we're going to. Ryan Tannehill of the Titans, Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Matthew, followed up by Justin Tucker of the Ravens and Juju Smith-Schuster of the Steelers. And then here we go. That auto is going to be Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Los Angeles Rams going to Jared. Alrighty. Let's randomize this Elite Company card right here. And that is going to be between the Steelers, the Titans, the Raiders, and the Ravens. We're going to randomize it 11 times. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And that is going to the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, which is Will. All right, let's run down these rookies. We have the rookie elitist Justin Fields of the Bears going to Haley. Chris Evans of the Bengals going to Michael. The Amon-Ra St. Brown out of 92 of the Lions to Jared. Greg Rousseau with the Donruss Elite Throwback to 2001 of the Bills to Jared. Then we have Davis Mills of the Houston Texans to Adam. Trey Lance of the 49ers going to Michael. And Jalen Waddle out of 83 of the Miami Dolphins going to Matthew. I remember all the good times we had with XR for sure. I'm very disappointed that we can't get that moving. Even with 20% off, and I really can't go lower than that. I'm losing money on that break as is, which is always fine because they're fun. But let's get it filled. 2 boxes. The Joe Montana 2 out of 25 Spellbound of the 49ers to Michael. Followed up by an elite deck, A.J. Brown of the Titans. The rookie on deck, Elijah Moore of the Jets. The elite deck, Stephon Diggs of the Bills. And Najee Harris of the Steelers. Najee Harris of the Steelers to Matthew. Stephon Diggs of the Bills to Jared. Elijah Moore of the Jets to Tim. And A.J. Brown of the Titans to Michael. And then our veteran is going to be the Moxie, Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, going to Jared. And here we go. We have our 2 autos. We have Javon McKinley of the Detroit Lions going to Jared. And Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Rams also going to Jared. And there we have it, folks. That's the end of break 1080. And we'll be right back from the hardwood. These cards will be shipping on Friday. We're going to start the shipping process tomorrow after our break. If we get it all done, they'll ship on Thursday. If not, they will ship Friday. We're back and ready for this clearly Donruss basketball break. There is 2 spots left, and we're going to auction them off one at a time. First is the New York Knicks. $5 for the Knicks in increments of $1. $6, 10 from Mr. CEO, 10 from Mr. CEO. Do we have 11? $10 from Mr. CEO is the current high bid. Do we have $11? Starting the countdown right here. Alrighty. There we go. The countdown is complete. Mr. CEO, you have it. You can either send it in right now or wait until after this next team. And it is going to be the Orlando Magic. And the bidding will start at $5 in increments of $1 as well. Five for Mr. CEO. 5 for Mr. CEO. And we'll start the countdown, increments of $1 if we want to get higher here. Are we going to have a snipe? We are not. Mr. CEO, $15. You know what to do. The link is in the chat. Unfortunately, sport card, I'll show you, but we just got you right after the countdown was completed there. Always like to try to show that when it's close. Alrighty, here we go, folks. This is break 1052. 1052, the clearly Donruss basketball base parallels that was supposed to go on Friday but didn't happen due to a shipping issue. And we've got more clearly Donruss on the site, and you can take 25% off any of those breaks. I think we've got a couple breaks with 2+ 2-box breaks, and then a few or one more 1-boxer. Gordon Hayward of the Hornets, Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers, a gold RJ Barrett of the New York Knicks going to Mr. CEO, followed by Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers, and Udoka Azubuike of the Utah Jazz. Right there. Here we go with this one. Domantas Sabonis of the Pacers, LeBron James of the Lakers, a purple Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Chris, followed up by an Isaac Okoro RC of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Sadiq Bey of the Detroit Pistons. On to our third pack in this one. We have Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz, Chris Paul of the Suns. We have a welcome to my house of the Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers right there. That's a cool little insert. We pulled a My House Steph Curry out of 49 on yesterday. Then we have Kira Lewis Jr. of the New Orleans Pelicans, Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans to Chris, and Sam Merrill of the Milwaukee Bucks going to Nate. On to our last pack here. Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers, Kyle Lowry of the Raptors. We have a Udoka Azubuike RC Gold of the Utah Jazz to Kevin, followed by Malachi Flynn of the Toronto Raptors, and that is going to be going to Camille, and CJ Ellerby of the Portland Trailblazers. And there we go, folks. That is the end of that break right there. And let's do this rookie rundown. We have CJ Ellaby of the Trailblazers, Malachi Flynn of the Toronto Raptors, followed up by the gold Udoka Azubuike of the Utah Jazz, Sam Merrill of the Milwaukee Bucks, Kira Lewis Jr. of the New Orleans Pelicans, Sadiq Bey of the Pistons, Isaac Okoro of the Cavaliers, Udoka Azubuike of the Jazz, and Tyrese Maxey of the 76ers. And then our feature that is going to Steven. Damian Lillard, my house of the Trailblazers, going to Steven. Alrighty, folks. There we have it. That is the end of break 1052. The end of break 1052. And we will be right back. We will be back in 5 minutes with our next Clearly Donruss break. We are back and ready for break 1075 or 1057. We have two teams to auction off. The first is going to be the Dallas Mavericks. The bidding's going to start at $5 in increments of $1. $5 increments of $1. $10 from Mr. CEO from the Mavs. $10 from Mr. CEO. Let's start the countdown. It's the final countdown. 12 from Brett. $14 from Mr. CEO. And 14 takes it. Mr. CEO, 14 takes it. And you know what to do, Mr. CEO, or you can wait because we have our next team coming up right here. And it is a good one. It is the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors for $10. Golden State Warrior, the bidding is going to start at $10 with increments of $1. 12 from Mr. CEO. $15 from Camo. 15 from Camo. Do we have 17? Do we have 18? 19? 20? Drop my hat. Maybe if I show a picture of BreakTraders Tucker sitting behind me, that'll get the bidding going right there. 18 from Crossfade, and we'll start the countdown. 30 seconds on the clock. $25 from Camo. 28 from Crossfade. And there we have it. Crossfade has it. Crossfade has it for $28. Crossfade, send your payment to the link in the chat. How does what work, Camo? Crossfade had the last bet with high amount with $28. Send your payment to the link in the chat, Crossfade and Mr. CEO. Thank you. And there we have it, folks. Drop pool in the chat. Pool in the chat to be entered into our giveaway. Oh, no worries. Perfect, Justin. Thank you. Pool in the chat. Type pool in the chat to be entered in to win a giveaway. All right, John, can we get a countdown on pool?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Mike A.
And Mike A getting the Sage 2021 Premier Draft. Simi Fiuku, followed by Jonathan Cooper, Tylen Wallace, a TJ Vasher auto, Kyle Trask of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Zavin Collins, and AJ Rose. Crossfade, I have received it. So we are good to go. John, if you want to get those loaded up. Also, Crossfade, if you don't mind just shooting a message to us in the chat if you've been in a break tonight and what team you are in that break. Or send us an email and we'll have the instructions in the chat for you. Here we go, though. This is break 1057. 1057, the Clearly Donruss one box pick your team. And folks, we are pretty close to our last break of the night is currently scheduled. We've got a Donruss Elite Pick Your Team with 3 spots left, but we also can always do a snake, and the survey's in the chat. James Harden of the Nets, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, a gold Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets going to Robbie, followed up by Zeke Naji, rated rookie of the Denver Nuggets as well, and Moses Brown of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Justin. I agree, Haley, but remember Haley's XR break. 12 spots left. It ends up being like $27 a spot for a team random. It's a 2-boxer. And Haley can drop the promo code in the chat there for y'all. Ben Simmons of the Phoenix Suns, Joel Embiid, and then we have a stargazing Zion Williamson. Stargazing Zion Williamson right there. Nice hit right there. That's very pretty. Followed by Facundo Campazzo of the Denver Nuggets and Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And John, just so you saw, Crossfade dropped his info in the chat. He told us what break and order number, so we can go grab it. Thanks, Crossfade. We have Jeremiah Grant of the Pistons. Ooh, we're going to have an auto. And it is going to be a Trey Jones. Trey Jones of the San Antonio Spurs going to Justin. Followed up by a purple Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies and a Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers and Udoka Azubuike of the Utah Jazz. And we have 1 pack left in this break. John Wall of the Rockets, Julius Randle of the Knicks, a blue Obi Toppin out of 99 of the New York Knicks, and that is going to Mr. CEO right there. Followed up by Sadiq Bey of the Pistons and Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans. Alrighty. Let's run these rookies down. We have Kira Lewis Jr. of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Justin. Sadiq Bey of the Detroit Pistons going to Brett. Udoka Azubuike of the Utah Jazz to Harry. Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers to Kevin. The purple Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies to Mr. CEO. Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers to Kevin. Facundo Campazzo of the Denver Nuggets going to Robbie. Moses Brown of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Justin, and Zeke Naji of the Denver Nuggets to Robbie. And now on to the featured cards. First, we have this Stargazing Zion, followed by the Obi Toppin out of 99. That Obi Toppin out of 99 of the Knicks to Mr. CEO. That Stargazing Zion of the Pelicans to Justin. And then our biggest hit of the night from Clearly Donruss so far is the Trey Jones auto of the San Antonio Spurs, and that is going to Justin. And there we have it, folks. That is the end of break 1057. And just a quick note, all those cards will be shipped out either tomorrow if we get through the shipping process post our breaks, but most likely on Friday. Alrighty, perfect. We will be right back with some Revolution basketball. We are back with some Revolution basketball, and we are going to start our next keyword or show guess right here. And if Haley guesses this one on the first spot, I will be pretty brokenhearted, but hey, it happens. And that keyword is fight. Fight for your right to party. No correct guesses yet. I will not fill the XR because whenever I buy into a break, then I feel bad and I give cards away because I feel like I shouldn't get any good cards. Alrighty. Show giveaway guessing has ended. No one has it yet. Alrighty. Which means, here we go. This is break 1097. The Revolution Basketball One Boxer. Pick your team. Rudy Gobert of the Jazz, De'Aaron Fox of the Kings, Fred VanVleet of the Raptors, a Nikola Jokic, that's going to be an Astro edition of the Denver Nuggets going to Trey, followed up by a Vortex Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers. 9 spots left in that XR 2-boxer team random. Devonta Graham of the Hornets, LaMarcus Aldridge of the Spurs, Miles Turner of the Pacers, a Jaden McDaniels Astro RC of the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Michael, followed by Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies, and that is going to be going to Griffin. The Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Grizzlies, Kobe White of the Bulls, Kyrie Irving of the Nets, Kristaps Porzingis of the Mavericks, and that's going to be an Astro edition. And then we do have liftoff, and that is Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum of the Celtics lifting off, and that is going to be going to Edwards. Yusuf Nurkic of the Trailblazers, Marvin Bagley of the Kings, CJ McCollum of the Trailblazers, followed by a Revolution Steph Curry. That is going to be the Cosmic out of 100 of the Golden State Warriors, going to Brooke. Followed up by a Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics right there. And we have 4 packs left. Tobias Harris of Philadelphia, Nikola Jokic of Denver, Kristaps Porzingis of the Mavs, Emmanuel Quickley RC Groove edition of the New York Knicks going to T-Man. And then we have the Rookie Revolution, Josh Green of the Dallas Mavericks, and that's going to Tyler. Donovan Mitchell of the Jazz, Goran Dragic of the Heat, Zach LaVine of the Bulls, a liftoff Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers right there. And that is going to be going to Edwards. Followed by a Kenyon Martin Jr. RC of the Houston Rockets, and that is going to Trey. It does not appear that a snake will run so far. I'll drop the survey in, but only 2 people have shown any interest in a snake. Andre Riggins of the Warriors, Kemba Walker of the Celtics, Gordon Howard of the Hornets, a Kyrie Irving Groove edition of the Brooklyn Nets going to RJ. Followed up by a Shockwave Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards going to Mike. I blame Panini for the slow night. Up until last Friday, Select Basketball was supposed to come out today. And then it got pushed to this Friday, and now we're going to miss it. Well, we're going to have breaks of it, but Kevin Huerter of the Felt Hawks, Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets, Rui Hashimura of the Wizards, Miles Bridges Fractal edition of the Hornets, and that is going to Jonathan, followed by Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns. Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns, and that is going to Trey. Alrighty. Let's run down our vet inserts, or our vet parallels. We have Miles Bridges of the Hornets, the Fractal edition, and then we have Nikola Jokic Astro edition of the Denver Nuggets to Trey, the Astro Kristaps Porzingis of the Dallas Mavericks, and the Groove Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets. Our rookie rundown. The Astro Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves, followed up by Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies, Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics, the Groove Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks going to T-Man, the Josh Green of the Rookie Revolution of the Dallas Mavericks going to Tyler, the Kenyon Martin Jr. and the Jalen Smith RCs to wrap up that one right there. To wrap up those rookies. And let's look at these featured cards. our inserts. We have the double Vortex Anthony Davis and a Shockwave Revolution Bradley Beal. Following that one up, we have a liftoff Jason Tatum and a liftoff Anthony Davis. And last but not least, we have a out of 100 Steph Curry Cosmic. Steph Curry Cosmic of the Golden State Warriors going to Brooke. Going to Brooke, and it looks like another break just closed right there. Alrighty, folks, that's the end of break 1097. We will take a 3-minute break and get this break loaded. We are back and we're ready to rock. Let's do it. And while we're doing this, let you fill in the next ones. This is break 1034, the Clearly Donruss 2-box pick your team in random. First, we got to randomize these teams. Let's check it out. 6 times. 6 times on this randomization. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alrighty. And so we know what happens here. We will now randomize the users, and then we will match them up, the top 4 with the top 4. How many times are we going to randomize this one? 9. 9 times on that one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alrighty. So how this is working, we have Cynthia with the Kings and Hornets. Or sorry, the Kings and the Hornets. We have Mr. CEO with the Warriors and the Timberwolves. And with that, we will get these teams loaded up. Just give us one moment. All right, the teams are loaded, and we're ready to break into this first box. Right, Harry? Oh my God is right. Let's get an oh my God out of this one. I'm not sure if there's a case hit in clearly Donruss. I haven't seen anything that says there is. But if there is, we should get it because we will be breaking a case if we finish all these clearly Donruss breaks. Paul George of the Clippers, Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans, a green Isaac Okoro, and that is out of 25 of the Cleveland Cavaliers right there. Let's get the booms going for that one. And that is going to Mr. CEO with the out of 25 Isaac Okoro. Then we have Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves going to Mr. CEO. And Nico Mannion of the Warriors going to Mr. CEO. That XR team random, 3 spots left right now. 3 spots left. Karl Anthony Towns of the Timberwolves, Steph Curry of the Warriors. He came in like a mellow ball. Da, 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 da. Of course, I was going to look it up to see if that was magtastic, and now eBay's like, verify yourself. I don't see anything out there for it. Ooh, maybe it is full. We did it. There we go. That XR 2-boxer is now closed. The XR 2-box random is now closed. Then we have Mason Jones of the 76ers, and that is going to Mr. CEO. And then another, he came in like a mellow ball, of the Charlotte Hornets, RC, and both of those going to Cynthia. We have Russell Westbrook of the Wizards, Jaylen Brown of the Celtics, a dominant Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards going to Lilibeth, followed by Isaiah Stewart of the Detroit Pistons going to Brett, and Cassius Winston of the Washington Wizards going to Lilibeth. One more pack in this box, and then we'll get into the second box in this break. Luka Doncic of the Mavs, Kristaps Porzingis of the Mavs, the gold Saban Lee rated rookie of the Detroit Pistons going to Brett, followed by a Terrell Terry RC of the Dallas Mavericks going to Tyler, and Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks going to Brett. Alrighty, on to the second box. Yeah, yep. There's the base LaMelo and then the purple LaMelo. I was just looking on eBay to see, I know purple's not numbered, but just see if those LaMelo balls were worth anything. And it didn't seem like either of those were very very close to us, or very worth it. Anything. Just not magtastic. Pascal Siakam of the Raptors, CJ McCollum of the Trailblazers, a Nikola Vukovic out of 99 of the Chicago Bulls going to Mr. CEO, the Blue Baby right there. Nice hit. Followed by a Jason Tate of the Rockets and Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Rockets as well. Well, clearly Donruss has a lot of rookies I've never even heard about. Oh, really? Wow. I'll mag that up then. James Harden of the Nets, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, Colin Sexton of the Cavs. Oh yeah, I always look at the sold listings when I'm checking those bad boys out. Followed by Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies. And Anthony Edwards, rated rookie base RC right there of the Timberwolves to Mr. CEO. Alrighty, I'll mag that LaMelo up right now. Just, they must not have been out long enough to have any on the market, because I know those aren't numbered, so it's not like they're wildly rare right there. People love their LaMelo though. Even though, I mean, I don't think the long-term outlook on him is great, but hey. Ben Simmons of the 76ers, Joel Embiid of the 76ers, the rookies edition, Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings going to Cynthia, followed by Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls. And that is going to be going to Mr. CEO. And then Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies going to Cynthia. Jeremiah Grant of the Pistons, John Wall of the Rockets, Mason Jones of the Philadelphia 76ers, purple rated rookie right there, followed by Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns. Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns going to Will, and Theo Maledon of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Mr. CEO. Interesting take, Adam. I listened to a trading card podcast today that was like very anti the valuations in the market, and we're like, you want to sell everything, it's just going to keep tanking. They said it's lost 30% market value over the last couple months. And then they were talking about PSA. They said, so PSA says they're grading about 185,000 cards a week, and yet PSA, if you look on eBay, PSA cards, they're selling PSA graded cards at about 115,000 per week. So they're like, there's a 70,000 card surplus weekly right now. Theo Maledon of the Oklahoma City Thunder to Mr. CEO. Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns to Will. The purple Mason Jones of the Philadelphia 76ers to Mr. CEO. Xavier Tillman of the Grizzlies to Cynthia. Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls to Mr. CEO. Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies to Cynthia. Kenyon Martin of the Houston Rockets and Jason Tate of the Houston Rockets to Lilibeth. Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks going to Brett. Terrell Talley of the Dallas Mavericks going to Tyler. The gold, Saban Lee of the Pistons going to Brett. Cassius Winston of the Wizards to Lilibeth. Isaiah Stewart of the Pistons going to Brett. Mason Jones of the 76ers going to Mr. CEO. Nico Mannion of the Golden State Warriors going to Mr. CEO. And Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves to Mr. CEO. Adam, I tend to agree with you because that same podcast the week before had the CEO of Collectible and the CEO of Star Shock on, and they both were like very high on where the market's going. I kind of think that this podcast, the reason they were talking like that is because they were all talking about going to the National and like talking about how, like, I think trying to depress prices almost. Then we have the Bradley Beal dominant of the Wizards going to Lilibeth, followed by two numbered. We have the Nikola Vukovic out of 99 of the Chicago Bulls going to Mr. CEO. Then we have 2 rated rookies, the Rookies edition, Tyrese Halliburton, and a base Anthony Edwards. And then we have the out of 25 Isaac Okoro of Mr. CEO, the green rated rookie. And that is going to be going to the Cavs right there. And then boom, boom, we have this one. And then we have the purple edition. He came in like a mellow bomb. And that's the end of break 1034. And we will be right back with some XR, baby. Alrighty, we are back. Haley, do you think you can get to Rochester to break this for us? I'm just kidding. The XR Football 2-boxer. This is break 652. I think the last 600 break right there. And then we have the 2-box team random right here. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize it. 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there, 9, there it is. And let's copy these in. We will let them run through. Oop, oh man. Don't know what happened there. Sorry, folks. We've got them in. We'll let them run through while we get these boxes open. I'm excited. I have missed XR football for sure. Two packs there. Alrighty, Haley's got 10 teams in this break. Looks like we have Kenneth with the Bengals. We have with the Chargers, Mr. CEO, with the Dolphins, Joey G, and with the Eagles, Haley. She also gets her Washington football team right there. Exciting stuff. Haven't got into XR in quite some time. Let's see what we've got here. This one right off the bat feels thick. And we've got the 4 packs because we have 2 boxes. You have the Eagles.